Hi everyone, welcome to a Monday Rapid Fire. Actually, really exciting episode today. I'm seeing all the hallmarks of Bitcoin's weekly close here and how the market is shaping up as the potential platform for the expansion phase of the bull market, where we see that 2020 rip through $20,000 and up to 69. I think we're almost there. Just by looking at how the chart is positioned again, and I can't say anything with any certainty. Things are looking really, really good after a period of consolidation that, again, threw everyone through a roller coaster. And I know sentiment was telling you that the bull market was over at support lows, and at range high, it was telling you that we were going to $1 million. And I just wonder how many people have been, again, feeling like they have been torn. Their portfolios have been going left and right. You've been chasing every little narrative, feeling like you are on an emotional, again, roller coaster. And if that is you, if you are watching this and you're not one of our clients, please take the time to look at our testimonials and also take the time to just chat with us, one of our team, because we specialize in training you to lock down on that emotion and also craft a portfolio that really, I guess, buffers you from that emotional pull and risk. So if it is making you feel that way, it's only on a very small percentage of your portfolio, and for the rest, you can have peace of mind that you're set up correctly and properly for the rest of the bull market. So let's dive in, because again, guys, I'm hugely positive with what I am seeing here. And let's just have a quick look at the weekly chart, because it's hugely consequential to step back from that noise that has been driving everyone crazy and telling you to do everything wrong these past 2 weeks. If you haven't, congratulations, you've done really, really well. And it's not even the last 2 weeks. It's literally been, more than a month, this consolidation in this range. And if you just zoom out and look back, where are we? We are sitting above the prior, all-time high, creating this new platform. It's like a descending wedge of bull flag. It is the most super bullish thing I've ever seen. But down here at this, as we're grinding back and towards support, everyone is telling you it is over. You're selling all your coins. You're getting out of Bitcoin. You're getting out of Ethereum because it's not running. Then you get an ETH and ETF. That's the next story. But if we're just zooming out and looking at that big picture, this is the perfect look for a breakout consolidation rip to those new highs above 6 digits that we've been looking for. I'm not saying we get there straight away. This is actually looking to me more like we're going to head towards 80, 90,000. And then the psychological barrier at 100,000 is going to be fascinating to see how it plays out, with derivatives and sellers coming back in at that psychological number. It can work one of two ways. It can mean we either just rip through it straight like butter because there's no historical price action there, or we run into it and we see a big derivative flush that drives us back to these kind of levels here to retest kind of the lid of the breakout. I'm kind of in that camp because when we get to those kind of frothy levels, you need another healthy reset. And if we go back to, say, the last time something like this happened, and I don't know if it's on the log chart, but it can be kind of useful just to have a look at it like this. This is where we were in a similar position, just a little bit more in the last cycle. So 2017 high over here, this peak at about 19, 20,000. We had the full bear market. We had the the halving and everything in between. The COVID craziness, sideways for 77 days. We're kind of in this region over here, but really we're kind of more accelerated because we made that all-time high prior to the halving the first time ever. So fractals are useful, and fractals are looking back on previous price action to get an idea of what might happen this time. They're useful in the sense that it's time scaling. You can see what the market did and maybe see some correlation. That's fine. But just have a look what Bitcoin did that last time, consolidating this narrow band here around that 19 to 16,000 and just chopped around. And then when she wanted to break, she did. And that was at that higher level. So, on the way up, guys, we have these periods where we stop and we go into a corrective phase where profits are taken, and then we have the next leg up. So up here, we actually had in 2021 in January, we had a whole nother correction, a big old one before the next, massive run to the highs. So I'm fully expecting another one of these really large corrections, around that 100,000 mark, maybe a bit higher, before we have the final push to those crazy highs that you're looking for. But here, porting just over to here, those highs over on the left-hand side, just consolidating really around it and above it. And this weekly close, this big green candle, we are in a range bound area So you can see here, so ranging from 60,000 all the way up to the highs at around 73,900, just bouncing in between here. And these closes here reverse this correction. Stoke RSI looks fantastic, a bit of a crossover there. RSI just moving back into the power zone. 1, 2, 3. I think this looks like she wants to challenge the range high. Whether she breaks out of it immediately, I'm not sure. We could get something like this, or we could get something like this. Those two are very much on the cards for me. I wouldn't want to lose, that said, on the other side, I wouldn't want to lose about 67,000 and then ultimately 65, 64,000, because that will just drop us down to these moving averages here on the weekly, the 20 and the 21. The 10 EMA on the weekly chart and the 20 on the simple moving average. So that's what I'm looking at here, guys. Still range bound, kind of in no man's land here, but love how this is shaping up, and we are going to break this eventually. It's just going to happen. If we also have a look over here at Velo, I like to look at what the futures markets are telling us in terms of futures and spot. Essentially, I want to see if there is a premium to buy the spot asset on the exchange, or if there's a premium to trade the market, if there's a premium to trade derivatives, futures. I use it to look for local lows. I also use it to see when the market is in a state of frothiness and expansion. So here we go here. So when we had this low over here, we had spot premium come in massively. So people were paying a little bit extra money to buy the spot asset on the exchange. This is what these red lines denote here, all through this bottoming phase. Now we're ticking back into this derivatives premium phase as we're moving out of this. And that's nothing bad. As you can see over here, we had that spot premium come in over these lows, this previous drawdown. And then we ticked on over to a more derivative style premium, but that was just as we're expanding into this outward phase. So this is very normal. This is very healthy. I will get concerned when we start to have these really big spikes of premium. We're in it for quite a while and we're running into, some of those high levels like 90, 100,000. We're going to have a derivatives flush at some point, and that's when we can get that volatility for you to buy the dip. So that's what I'm looking at there. Ethereum as well. Can't go forward without touching on good old Ethereum, because we're seeing FBTC break out of its 200-day simple moving average. Oh, that's a horrible squiggle. And Ethereum here looks like she's absolutely powering away from this breakdown level on the weekly. If we just go to the daily, see what I mean? That weekly close was enormous. And this grey box I've got here is going to be a heavy support zone. It's going to provide a lot of buoyancy underneath, because this breakout signaled the ETF approval, and now she's off above it. I can absolutely see her really cracking out, doing something like this, and then using this entire area as a bit of a retracement after the launch. But I think 5,000 US dollars for Ethereum is not going to last too long. I think we head towards $10,000 after launch at some point over the next 6-12 months. So that's how I'm looking at things, guys. FBTC I brought to your attention as well. This is one of the most important charts for altcoin strength in the market. When we see FBTC outperforming Bitcoin, FBTC, when we see it moving higher, it's a really good sign for altcoins. So pay attention to layer 2s, pay attention to ERC20 tokens here as Ethereum starts to make its move. And we can see here that it's just closed above the 200-day moving average. In fact, it's a really nice set of daily closes above that level, and I love to see that. So she's up there. Also, the biggest piece of news this week outside of Ethereum was actually Donald Trump coming out in support of Bitcoin and crypto at the Libertarian Convention. This is more about path than anything, and you don't get into politics here. We're not going to, but this is so much more bullish than what it would be if we had, no statements, or it being just neutral. No one was, embracing it at XYZ. So with Trump likely the front runner here, and him coming into the White House and being pro-Bitcoin and pro-crypto, I don't think we're bullish enough. So guys, thank you. Have a great day. If you want to talk to some of the team, if you feel a bit nervous, a bit confused, and just out of your mind right now with what to do with your portfolios, you see the market turn bullish again after maybe you got bearish and made some very rash decisions, make sure to check in with the team, have a chat. I've also had some private one-on-one conversations which you can pay to have with me. So if you're interested in something like that, we can chat about your portfolio and go from there as well. Again, click the link below, chat to the team, and we can take it from there. Have a great day. Bye-bye.